You cannot allow a marketing message to make you change how it is that you go about living your life. I read an article today about, the title is How Lyft Lost the Trust of Delete Uber Women who Thought It Was Woke. And it starts off with Lyft markets itself as a safe, progressive alternative, and these women say it's the same as everything else. Can I burst your bubble for a second? Lyft drivers are Uber drivers. I don't know what Lyft does or Lyft claims they do to make their rides more safe, more progressive, more welcoming to women. The drivers drive on both platforms. Have you ever looked in the window of a driver? There's an Uber sticker and most likely there's a Lyft sticker. It's very rare to find drivers who don't drive for both platforms in large cities. So I'm not saying in effect that like Uber drivers are inherently evil and bad and want to assault you. What I'm saying is the same people service both platforms. And when you get this job, there's no training that you go through. You're essentially pretty much have to learn the job on your own. You don't come in contact with a supervisor. There's no one that tells you, that shares a code of ethics. There's no one that tells you how to do the job, what's to be expected. There's no coaching on customer service. There's nothing like that. So for Lyft to even claim that their rides are more safe is bogus. It's not true. And you are being exposed to individuals. I mean, it's pretty much everyone has their own business. So the way I run my business is going to be different than the way someone else runs their business. So if you come in contact with drivers every day, all day long, it's like coming in contact with people with different businesses. And so you can't expect for all of us to run our business the same. My thing is, being a woman who drives and being a woman who also rides as well, you can't let your guard down just because someone is on a platform. You need to operate in a way where you can ensure you're safe regardless of what happens. You can't rely on this GPS tracking, them being tied to an app for anyone to make good decisions when it comes to you. And I'm not passing the blame onto the women because there's several different instances that, all of these different court cases that are coming out right now against Lyft and the sexual assault. There's plenty of them on the other side with Uber, and there's plenty where the rider have done this to the driver, okay? So what I'm saying is to just provide some clarity. I feel like there's this utopian sort of society, this alternate universe where people think that they can get into cars and everything should be fine. And the reality is that you are still riding with strangers. We didn't grow up like this. We didn't grow up sharing rides with strangers, not in this capacity. And I just don't understand how people have become so lax in the past few years that they've been introduced to this and thinking that they'll be okay. You need to be as careful as you would be if you were going on a date with someone you didn't know, or walking home even in your own neighborhood. Like, you need to be especially cognizant of what's going on around you. Getting on your phone and just checking your email or your social media, whatever, is something that you can't do. Like, you need to be paying attention to what's going around. You need to be paying attention that you are on par to get to your destination, in the direction that you're supposed to go, paying attention to the person's energy, if they seem to be up to something, if they seem to be anxious or nervous. Like, these are all opportunities for you to be safe. This is not an opportunity for you to drink as much as you want to, jump in a car, and expect to be home safe and sound. Would you do that with anybody on the street? Would you do that if you were hitchhiking? No. I'm saying that even though they go through a background check and they are on a platform, it still doesn't curb some people's deviant behavior. Some people just don't care. Some people are just repeat offenders. Some people are just driven by other things. And you cannot allow a marketing message to make you change how it is that you go about living your life. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Something about the way you talk now.